Welcome to yet another podcast, another session of Let's Go podcast. I'm your host, Amon Piri, and I'm joined by
Prince Mwansa.
By the way, we are both Man United. So let's talk about Ederson signing on Man U. I was just checking where he's coming from. He's played like 40 to 41 games, and he's only scored like 3 goals with 2 assists. Do you think it's a win for Manchester United?
I think it is a win for Man United because one of the biggest challenges they've had over the last 4 to 5 seasons is the midfield gap, specifically defensive midfield. It is only last season when Casemiro brought back the form he had when he first signed for Man U. But from the first season he signed, Casemiro was very good in his first season. In second season, he was terrible. Third season, terrible until last season. So it doesn't matter really if the guy has scored, 3 goals in a couple of appearances. What we're looking for is somebody to build long-term with. And he looks like the guy that is going to fit Carrick's system from what I've seen about him on the internet.
Okay. So in short, you're saying in the midfield we're set?
Not yet, because we still have to have options, Squad depth is very important. We can't have one guy. So we still need more signing in midfield, but I think it's a good start. And they can bring in somebody else for competition and everything else.
Do you think the money that we are getting him for is expensive, or that's fair?
I'd say in the current football market, I think it's fair. Because nowadays you get a striker that's scoring like 10 goals for 170 mil pounds. And the midfielder was scoring like 5-6 assists for like 100 mil. So I think it's fair. It could have been more if he was in the Premier League, but the fact that he's from Italy, I think it's fair.
How do you look at the combination between him and Kobe? How are they going to work? Is it just, are we going to see just another 2 kids just playing the pitch, or we are going to see good football coming out from them?
It all depends on how well they play with Bruno. Bruno is key in midfield. If there's a link between him, Bruno, and Kobe, we will see very good football between Kobe and Ederson. But if it's not clicking between the three, I don't think we'll see much.
All right, let's talk about Rashford. Should we sell him, or should just move on?
I think Rashford, we should move on. Rashford is 28. And English players, by the time they are 30, majority of them are finished. We've had Rashford in his good times, in his bad times, in his worst times. I think it's as a Man U fan, as much as I loved Rashford at some point because he was doing the job. Like 2 seasons ago, he was our top scorer, all the way like 31 goals in like 35 games. I think it's time we end the story and we focus on building forward. He's 28. We'll probably get like 2 seasons out of him. Then after that, what now? So it's best even send him to even a rival team. I don't mind. Like we did with Garnacho. We can send him to
which
Chelsea.
team would you love to? Okay, so Chelsea, not another.
We can send him to Chelsea. They like our players when they are finished.
Okay. Carrick era plus Amazon dog. Carrick rebuilding us. You buying that type yet?
Am I buying that Carrick is going to be the right man to rebuild?
To rebuild Manchester United since the Ferguson era. I mean, from we both know that from the Ferguson time till date, Manchester United hasn't been doing so well. But with Carrick coming in, there's some bit of improvement on that.
Is he the right man for the job? I wouldn't say so, but football has also become a little bit complex. It's not like back in the day where you would pick a manager and say, okay, he's the guy. It's become complex and it's harder now to find like the coach that looks like the guy, even if on paper they might look like the guy. But until they join the team, like what happened with Ruben, he was looking like the guy. And the records, the system and sport team was looking like it until we came. So would I say yes? I would be in the middle. Looks like it, but again, because
In
there
short, you
were
don't trust him yet.
not yet, because there were some games last season where like, are they playing or it's just vibes?
So what has really been the problem with Manchester United? Is it the coaches or the players?
Okay, so I'd say a bit of both, but mostly
The players.
the management above the players. Because like Bruno, I was watching an interview by Bruno on who's this guy? Is it Stephen Ballett's Diary of a CEO episode where they had Bruno, and he said something that made a lot of sense, where the changing of coaches over time does affect the players as well. Because a manager will come in, he will have his own playing style, and he will need players for that style of play. And when he finds pacey guys like Marcus Rashford, when he wants to play a much more slow, controlled football, he will have to get rid of Rashford to bring in somebody who can control the ball. Or he comes in, he finds a defensive midfielder who's slow, like Casemiro, and he wants a fast one. He has to get rid. So that has also affected how consistent Manchester United would have looked over the years, because there's been a change of coaches. And the same thing is going to happen to Real Madrid if they're not careful, because they brought in Mourinho.
That's where I was going. Remember, we had Mourinho at some point, and he did nothing for Manchester United. What? And we both know who Mourinho is.
So it's going to happen to them, because they've changed 3 coaches in a season. So it's the management above. They don't have patience.
Okay. Which Manchester United would you say would be absolutely be comedy on camera between Onani and Bruno?
The one would be
Comic on
camera.
Yeah.
Between Onana
and Bruno.
Onana looks like a funny guy in the ground, but I think Bruno would be funny on camera. He has the personality for it. Onana is African, is too serious.
Let's dive into the World Cup. Sure, you've seen how the matches are going so far in the World Cup. We've had teams that we expected to win just there and then, but hey, it's quite tough, eh? What do you say about it?
For me, I think this World Cup might have a surprise for us. The people are expecting to shine, the teams are expecting to shine, might not actually shine. It might be the first World Cup where we have, you know how we had Bodo Glimt in the Champions League last season, that Kama team in yellow, that was beating every team until I think round of 16 or quarter final. That Sporting beat them, and they beat Arsenal, there was a team called Bodo Glimt.
Okay.
That was beating like all the big teams, and they made it all the way to round of 16 or quarter final. We might have that type of situation even in the World Cup.
In the World Cup.
Maybe some Honduras. I don't know. Is Honduras there? Any small team or even an African team, maybe like Egypt, surprise people. So
in short, one of the African teams that you feel would go far in the World Cup is Egypt.
Egypt maybe, and Morocco as well.
Okay. Just recently, after this 5-1 win against what do you call it? Tunisia and Sweden, they had to sack their coach and bring in Hevrena. Do you think Hevrena is going to take Tunisia far?
I don't think so. I don't think
Wow,
so.
you're Zambian. Hevrena, if we have Hevrena that side, meaning us Zambians are being represented, you know what I mean?
No, we have to let go of 2012. The time has passed, so I don't think so. It's not going to do much.
All right. Who's been the biggest disappointment so far in the World Cup? Which team?
So far, I would say it was going to be France if they didn't win yesterday, because the first half by France yesterday was terrible. Terrible. But meantime, from the teams that I've played so far, I think the biggest disappointment is Spain.
Spain.
Spain. There's some expectation on Spain, even though they don't have the best squad. But the fact that those players they all play in the same country, so they should be able to click quicker than others.
Yeah, I think we've seen at least France still doing it. We saw yesterday Mbappe doing the most and is all over social media. And today now it's Ronaldo's 10. Do you think Ronaldo's going to at least score, or it's just one of those things where he's in the pitch and like?
This, okay, let me just be honest. What happened, was it today in the morning? Argentina played that 0-3 day. I think, yeah, Argentina played at 0. What happened today? Messi scoring a hat-trick has ruined football. There's so much now expectation on the Portuguese team and Ronaldo to turn up. And I think the Portuguese, they crack under pressure. We won't see, I hope I'm wrong, we won't see much from the Portuguese team, especially Ronaldo. Maybe a draw or a fight or a hard fought for 2-0, 2-1 win. But Messi
It's
just
tough.
win for
It's a tough one.
It's tough one.
All right. Let's hope for the best. Otherwise, we are still Ronaldo.
Well, Ronaldo fans.
Yeah, he's our god. Bafana lost against Mexico. Do you think they're going to recover from that, or it's a mess now for them? They should just forget.
No, it's over.
It's all of them.
It's over. Anyways, we don't want them there in the first place. It should have been somebody else, but no.
Any quick thing that they can try to fix their type of
Football. Bafana, they are Bafana and Zambia are not different. They can fix what they want, but I don't know what it is. Because even for our national team, we still can't figure out what it is. Is it the players? Is it the management? Is it the fuzz? So I can't say much on that one.
Morocco and Ivory Coast. Do you think Morocco still stands as the number one African team, or Senegal's taking over the lead?
Morocco. Senegal, based on the way they played yesterday, I think Morocco is top for now. They have better players, and the way they played against Brazil was actually a very good game. I'd say Morocco is better.
Okay. So they can shock us, in short.
They will shock us. I'm sounding like I'm from Morocco, no, guys. I'm just talking about football.
Wow. Cape Verde and Spain. Cape Verde and Spain, the drawing. And Cape Verde's goalkeeper is all over social media again, just like Mbappe. How would you rate the performance of Cape Verde?
I would give the goalkeeper a 9 out of 10. That was one of the best goalkeeper performances at the World Cup. He reminded me of that guy from Mexico, that goalkeeper. I don't know if it's Ochoa. We don't know where he plays, local football or club football, but at the World Cup when he shows up, he's one of the top performers, the Mexican goalkeeper. I don't know if he's the one goalkeeping even this World Cup, but that's what he reminded me of. That was one of the best performances you ever see from a goalkeeper against the firepower Spain, who were throwing all kind of shots at him, and he was all over the goal like he was too small for him. So I think I'll give the entire team rating to the goalkeeper.
Okay. Do you think they would shock us like Morocco did in 2022?
If they have a solid defense and goalkeeping performance like the other day against Spain, and then luck comes their way in the front, they will.
Nice one. Just some quick random questions.
Okay.
Rashford, should we stay or leave? Like you said, but you said already.
Leave. We are tired. We're done.
Okay. Who is going to be the best midfielder? Ederson or Kobe?
Kobe takes it. He's maturing nicely.
Any new person that you think Manchester United should sign?
Any new person? I think Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest is also a very good fit for the midfield. He's kind of like Bruno, but a low budget Bruno. We need that type of guy in midfield.
Who finishes higher, Manchester United or Arsenal?
Next season, I hate to say this, but Arsenal will finish higher.
Okay, why do you say so?
As we're rebuilding our team, Arsenal now have found their rhythm. It's been 6 years of rebuilding for them. That's one thing people don't say about Arsenal. It's been 6 years of rebuilding, 6 years of finishing second under the same manager. Then in the 6th year, they've now finally won. So even us, it might be that type of stretch for Manchester United.
Who do you think is the best player so far at Manchester United?
Without a question, Bruno Fernandes.
Biggest flop for the past 5 years for Manchester United?
Even if he's been there for a short time, I'd say Onana. It's been very disappointing. Onana, yeah, I'll just say Onana.
On the World Cup side, Argentina or Brazil?
Argentina. I'm not a Messi fan, but Argentina. Brazil are still trying to find their cohesion. A lot of the team hasn't played together a lot for Brazil. But when you look at Argentina, majority of the guys played the last World Cup, so Argentina have the upper hand.
And the African teams are put three: Morocco, Tunisia, and Senegal. Which one?
So I'll go Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia.
Needed you to pick one between the three.
Okay, I'll put Morocco.
Who is the GOAT? Messi or Mbappe?
Messi or Mbappe? When did Mbappe come into the conversation?
Just now.
No.
Yeah?
Messi is. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but Messi is magical. We can't even compare him to Mbappe.
Who do you think carried Man United? Rooney or Ronaldo? Which era do you think put Man United there?
Which era?
Yeah. Which era do you think? Okay, this is what put Man United to be Man United. Rooney time or the Ronaldo time?
The time I think Rooney and okay.
I think the Beckham, York, who's this guy? Cantona time. That's what put Man United on the map.
Between these two, who do you think is the one?
Who do I think is the one?
Yeah.
I would say Ronaldo put.
Or right now, which prime would you bring back to Man United? The prime Rooney or the prime Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
These two are very...
To revive Man United.
To revive Man United.
Yeah.
I think we need a box-to-box guy. I'd say Rooney. Ronaldo was a killer in the 18-yard box and around that zone. But Rooney is that guy who was over. He could go deep to pick the ball and hit a long pass and the striker finds it. I think that's the type of center forward we might need who can go deep in midfield, move forward, track back to make tackles, and that work rate wasn't there with Ronaldo aside from going forward. So I'd say Rooney.
Sure. What has been the biggest World Cup surprise so far?
Biggest World Cup surprise so far? So far, Senegal's first half performance. No, not say. Let me say it this way: France's World Cup first half performance against Senegal. I don't know if I was the only one, but that was terrible from France in the first half against Senegal. They couldn't put simple 1-2 passes together. Through balls were over the edge. Mbappe couldn't trap the ball in the first half. Doué, Olise, Dembele, they were not clicking. They had Nicholas Jackson looking like a prime Harry Kane. The way he was making movements, it's just that guy couldn't. I don't know what was happening. If Nicholas Jackson could finish clinical, France would have been down 3-0 first half. And we would have a whole different conversation around Mbappe and his team today. But
plus that offside that they got, I think, you're
that
right.
first chance by Nicolas that hit the goalkeeper, then went for a corner. I think France's first half performance against Senegal was a disaster.
Who's carrying the Golden Boot?
Golden Boot at the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of the most competitive Golden Boot races at the World Cup ever, because already we have 4 or 5 players that have 2 goals. Then we have now Messi with 3. We have Haaland 2, Mbappe 2. I don't know, some other guys from other teams too as well. So I think it's gonna be competitive. But I'm gonna give, if Norway make it far, I'll give it to Haaland.
Talent.
Yeah.
Do you think Messi is going to carry it again, or Ronaldo's got a chance to smell the World Cup?
I'm 100%. I don't want to give myself BP, so I won't even put Ronaldo in the conversation.
He's out of the league.
Because Portugal have 2 mindsets now. It's either they play team football or they throw the balls at Ronaldo, and that's gonna completely ruin the game for them. So I think top scorer conversation, I'm not going to put Ronaldo. Let's put Messi in there.
So in short, at the end of the day, who carries the World Cup?
Who carries the World Cup? Who could win the World Cup? Definitely not Spain, not Brazil, not Argentina, not France. I'm gonna say it's gonna be completely somebody we don't expect. I can't think of anyone at the moment, but it's not a team we expect to win that.
But not an African team. Maybe.
Africans, I think we have to pray first. That's like 40 days.
Fasting.
The closest we got is Ghana. That's the closest we got over the last 5 World Cups. So let's ask this question in the round of 16. If we'll be there.
If you were a Manchester United coach right now, what are some of the 2 things that you would want to change?
The 2 things I'd want to change at Man United. I think number 1 is the mentality around the team and the fans. I include the fans, the team, the fans, and the management. Number 1, for the team, a lot of players have to think of how important it is to play for Man United. Forget about the wages. Forget about the benefits of being a Man United player. Think about how big of a club it is to play there, because over the last few years, we have a lot of players who want money more than playing for the team. And these are players, I'll mention a couple. These are players like Marcus himself, and people demanding wages for not performing. Then also mentality for the fans especially. We have to admit at this point that the glory days are gone. We have to start from zero. Just like Liverpool took them over 21 years to finally win a league under Klopp. Even as if we understand that we have to drop, then we rise. It will make it easier for us to watch football and give the team a chance to grow. Because sometimes firing the coach comes from the pressure of the fans. Oh no, he's not winning games, but the fans also have to be patient. Because if they apply pressure, the management sees the pressure, they fire the coach. When I think Ruben was doing something, and that's why it's looking easier for Carrick to do the thing. Yeah. Then the mentality around the coach, and also management could, for a little bit more, because they're already making money, even if we're not winning anything, from merch sales and everything like that. But a little bit more patience with who they put in charge, and let the manager be the manager. Don't let the manager just be a coach, and then you people are the manager making decisions for him, and you're buying him the players that are available, not what he wants. Because I think that's what was happening with Ruben a little bit, because they were buying him the players that are available, not what he wants.
Sure.
So it's been like that for, even Mourinho spoke about it. They were not really buying him the players he wanted. They were buying the players that were available on the market. So those are the 3 things that changed.
All right. Do you think Juju really works in football? Because after the Senegal loss, I saw lots of posts on Facebook talking about Juju. Does it really work?
I'm from Africa. Me, I'll say yes, man. Yeah, I'm from Africa. If it works in
You're from Africa. Yes, we're both from Africa. But now let's talk about the Portugal thing, the Argentina though. Those guys also use juju.
I wouldn't speak for them, but if I'm speaking for Africans,
It does work.
some people they do use maybe.
All right. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this session. Till next time, I've been your host, Amon Piri, and
Prince, the man you fan.